Alright, a warning before I start. I have no idea how long this video is going to be because I have a lot to cover on Y&R and some things to cover on B&B. So therefore, I have no idea how long it's going to be. Alright. Y&R from today. We found out the name of Ashley's company, which is just Ashley Cosmetics. And Phyllis actually made fun of Trevor St. John Tucker a little bit. And she said, "Oh yeah, great. Another cosmetic company, just what we need." Then of course, okay, so I'm getting into plot, so spoiler alert in case you haven't watched it. But that was also another reason why I'm a little late, because I was hoping everybody did watch it, so I'm not spoiling things, but just in case. Okay, so Phyllis is back, and Phyllis is going to come clean, turn herself in, whatever. But Tucker is going to help her. Why is Tucker going to help her? Because he wants to put he wants Diane to pay. Alright. So, the deal is she has to confess what she did, but he's got this guy, Carson, who he's paying to cooperate with the police. And if she doesn't do everything, then he said, I can make him stay or go away just as easily. So, okay. Then we have, let's see. Chance and Summer. Alright. I've said this before. I feel like I keep saying the same thing. It doesn't annoy me. It's just, I don't get what they're doing here. Okay. First of all, I think that Summer and Kyle should try to work on their marriage, although the reason why I'm so conflicted is because Kyle already slept with Audra several times. So at this point, she'd have to forgive him for that before they can move on to the bigger issues, because there was something that he did that she didn't do. Alright. But there's a part that I don't like, because Kyle was approached by Diane, his own mother, trying to tell him what to do in his marriage. And he rejected that right away. But even the thought that she would do that is, I just don't get it. Okay. Number 2, okay. Michael or Lily and Daniel, I think they're gonna get more involved. Like, I think they might get engaged again, because they were talking about the past a little bit and talking about how Michael or Daniel is not the same impulsive teenager he was. He thinks about things more now and all this stuff. And Lily said, do you wish you could go back? And he said, no, not really. That kind of thing. So I don't know if that's for progress or any, I don't know. I'll have to see. Another thing I find odd. Alright. Summer's supposed to be 20-something years old. Over 21, so she can drink. The problem is that she never drinks a lot, and then they'll just make her, like, they'll put her in a scene in the bar, and she'll have a cocktail or something. So it's like they're trying to prove her age, but they do it at random times. So that's what I don't get. Let's see. What else was there? Laura Lee Bell as Christine was there. And also, Heather. Okay, here's the big plot point, I guess. Because I'd say, okay, number one, for some reason, they're not using Michael as Phyllis's lawyer anymore because the reason they gave was that Gloria got into a legal entanglement. And what Phyllis said is Gloria is always getting into legal entanglement, so how is this one different? But it opened the door and it allowed for Heather, Daniel's ex-wife, to come back to being a lawyer, which was really awkward. And you can tell it was really awkward because Phyllis doesn't like Heather anymore because she used to be her former daughter-in-law, and she feels like she did stuff to Daniel. Heather did stuff to Daniel, so Phyllis doesn't like her because of that. But then she had to put her own what she was trying to do ahead of that. But it was really awkward for about 3 minutes because she was literally like hemming and hawing about whether or not to hire her. It's just the weirdest thing I've ever seen. And then Phyllis says, "Oh, I think I'll be okay." Like she was too overconfident, and Heather even asked her, like, "Why are you so confident?" And she didn't answer. She says, "Well, I'm supposed to be positive, right?" That was as far as she went. And then it turns out that through the grapevine, or like a couple minutes after that, the guy, Carson, came forward and was cooperating with the police. So that was a little close. Okay, the thing about taking, because Tucker wants to take Jabot down for some reason. Okay, but here's the thing: it's gonna affect if it happens and if it works out the way they want. Okay, it's gonna affect Diane and Jack. Now Diane, I don't think anybody's a real big fan of her in the area that they're in. But also, I was thinking when they were talking about it, how it would affect Jack. And if Phyllis really loves Jack, and if they're supposed to be in game, which I think they are, then why would she do something that might hurt him? That's putting her own agenda, needs in front of his feelings. So that's kind of odd. All right. So I think that's enough for Y&R for today. Okay, B&B. The only thing that really happened was, which is getting to be, I feel like a record player, and they're just repeating themselves because Wyatt and Liam were having lunch, having Chinese food at Forster Creations, and Wyatt says for the umpteenth time, "It's hope. You love her. Don't, don't let go of something because of one kiss." And I, as the audience, wants to scream at them and say it's been more than that, but they don't know. Okay, so then here's the other side of it. Brooke came in and said, "Oh my God, Hope, that was yesterday. Okay, today," she said, "I don't want you to follow in my footsteps. And both Liam and the kids is where you belong." And Hope, which I'm so proud of Hope and the character and the writing of it, what she finally said, "No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stand up for myself." And she said, "I don't care what you think. It was the most romantic thing I've ever done, and I don't regret it, and it was not a mistake, and it wasn't Thomas's fault." She said that. So I hope she doesn't change her mind and just go back to Liam because she feels like she's supposed to. Besides which, even if it weren't Liam and Hope, let's say it's you and say you got two choices. And one choice is the safe choice. Everybody likes him. Supposing you're a girl, okay? Okay, so it's a guy and he's a safe choice. Everybody likes him and everything else, but he doesn't challenge you or something like that. And you've got another choice that's not, you know, other people in your life are questioning what are you doing with him, whatever. But he makes you feel special and he just hits all the right buttons, then you should go with that choice because in the long run, you're the one who has to be with them, not your family. And you're the one who has to deal with your life. And if you're unhappy, it's going to matter. So I just want to see where that goes. All right, like I said, it's a long one, but I went into a lot. So thank you guys.